Hi, this is Gail and welcome to my channel. Well, as you can see, I've had out some books, and it is because I am going to join Tanya from Tattered Treasures as she is working on an altered book, and also now Martha Managros and also Free Spirit are doing a little altered book collaboration, and I thought I would tag along with them as well. So I thought I would get out the books that inspired me some, maybe 23 years ago, and sort of show where I started with altered books and where I'm at right now. But as I was going through these books, I came across this book, Collage Creations by Kim Ballard, Barbara Matheson, and Tricia Williams. And anyhow, it is still in print. It's originally from 2004. 20 projects for embellishing everyday objects. Now, some of these are like kind of outdated, but there's some good info and some good ideas in it. Well, I came across this little section, lemon juice paper aging. Well, we all know about coffee and tea dyeing, and I've never seen anything done with lemon juice, so I thought, think I want to try that. So I thought you might like to come along with me while I do indeed try that. Now, first of all, this is just a sample of some tea-dyed paper. I have some coffee. The coffee, I think, has a little more brownish tint, okay? And I've picked some samples of papers to practice on. This is a scrapbook, this is a book, some graph paper, and some music paper. Now this music paper is quite old, and I will tell you, it tears, so it's like it almost falls apart. But in the information, it does tell you to tear the edges. So that's what I'm doing. And I have my lemon juice here. And I think I'll just squeeze some in this lid. And then it says it's a quick way to age paper. Tear the edge of your paper and brush them with lemon juice. Heat the moistened edges with a heat gun until the desired effect is achieved. The more lemon juice you apply, the more your paper will age. Well, so I've never ever heard of this or tried it. I can't imagine it would take much lemon juice, and God only knows how old this is because I rarely use lemon juice, to be completely honest. And I had a brush out. Ah, here it is. Sorry for the shadows and the reach. Okay, so we will give it a whirl. Now, let's try the book page first. And I'm sorry if there's anything not kosher when it comes to the book page, because I haven't read this page, to make sure that it's safe. Well, so far, not impressed. So far, it just looks wet to me. Okay. Well, let's see. I'll continue like this and see what I get, but not really feeling it. see no yellow here. And lemon juice is definitely yellow, so, I don't know. Did I not shake up my lemon juice enough? Okay. Let's shake, shake, shake up the lemon juice. I'll set this off to the side for a minute. Okay. There we go. Maybe that was the issue. Put some more in. See what we get. Okay, let's try the ledger, or not ledger, but graph paper. Again, you know, I mean, maybe it's because this is old lemon juice. It's been in the fridge a while, so maybe it kind of loses the coloration after a while, because it doesn't look super yellow even in the lid here to me. Somewhat, but not that much. Okay, well, keep going. See what we get here. Well, by the time this gets uploaded, it will be New Year's Eve day. Woohoo! Nobody will be happier to ring in a new year than me. Well, probably everybody in the world. We're hopeful that 2021 will be a much better year, aren't we? Okay, well, I'm going to set this here for right now. And I'm going to get my heat gun. And let's see. Let's see if it darkens as it dries. I'm just not feeling it. Maybe it needs to be fresh lemons, huh? Instead of lemon juice. Maybe that's it. I don't know. We'll keep trying and seeing what we get here. And I'll do a couple layers and see if that makes a difference. Apologize for the noise of the heat gun. Although mine is a pretty quiet one. The lemon juice does look yellow in the lid. Sort of a yellow-brown, which would be a perfect color for aging if it worked. But I don't feel like it's doing anything. Which maybe is why you haven't heard anything about it before. Or at least I haven't. Because maybe it takes too much effort. And coffee and tea dyeing is so much faster. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Just don't know. Okay, let's bring over the book page. It's had more time for it to set in. Maybe that will make a difference. Trying to be optimistic. Hands getting warm. Well, truly not seeing it. Okay, I don't know. There might be light. There's some light. I guess there is some light aging. Now that I look at it, I'll bring it up and you can see there is a little bit of light aging going on, but not really enough to say, hey, I'm going to do this all the time. So I might touch it again and see what happens. And I guess with this one there might be a little bit as well, but this is very mild. So, not feeling it, but I'll go back in and let's hit this with some more lemon juice and see if it gets darker, as they say. It's so easy to just use Distress ink, isn't it? But perhaps this is more of an authentic aging when you think about it. If you think about looking at a piece of paper that's aged naturally, it is not as dark as what it tends to look when you use vintage photo or some other kind of distress ink. So, let's try again. Notice it's wet, but it's not like dripping off wet. It's totally wet. It's just colored the paper around the edges so you can see that I have wet it. I'm going to set it down here for a minute. Pretty boring. I'm sure you're just fascinated, huh? Not fun watching someone use a heat gun. Okay, so bring it up, see if you can see it. It did do some staining. Kind of mild, but it is yellowed somewhat. I don't know that it's worth the effort, to be honest. It's so mild. I don't know. Okay. Out of curiosity, let's just try it on the scrapbook paper and see. Okay, And while we're at it, let's just try the music paper. And this is really, it sucks. Ooh, it just really is dry, brittle paper. So it should suck that lemon juice right up. Okay, so let's try it. See what happens. Okay, so Just a few little dribbles here. Okay, so you notice that part way through, I splattered some of it on here because I noticed that where I had dripped some, it left a little stain. What I find interesting is that it has a very shiny effect, and I don't know if you're seeing that, but it's shiny, which is weird. I'm not sure why it leaves a shiny effect, but it does. But it does leave some splattery kind of age spots, if you will. So it could be effective for that usage. But over here around the edges, while it left shiny residue, it's not really dark. But where it's splattered again, it does seem to be darker. Fascinating. I don't know. I don't know that I would take time to age like this, but in a pinch, if you didn't have anything else, it could work. These aren't quite dry yet, but again, doesn't feel like it's doing anything on this ledger paper. Nothing to speak of anyhow. Now, on the scrapbook paper, it did kind of discolor it, at least, and then that's just a drip, and that certainly showed up. So it's probably just the acidity of the lemon juice working with the dye in the paper, but so we know that has kind of a cool effect, right? And then here again was the text that we used, the book text, and how it turned out on the edges. So, I mean, it does age it a little bit, but I would think you'd need at least, this was 2 coats, maybe 3. It just kind of depends. It does look a little bit aged, though. You could go with 2 coats, I suppose. So, that's what I have to share with you about paper aging with lemon juice. Would I use it? It might have its purposes, and I might use it in a pinch if I have nothing else. Maybe spraying it on paper to get that splattered effect might be helpful, but otherwise, I don't know. And then there's that shiny. So, I think the jury's kind of out on it. Would I use it all the time? No. Might I use it at some point? Yeah, maybe. But there you have it. Aging paper with lemon juice. Just what you wanted to know, right? Well, hey, thanks a lot for watching. And get out there and create something. And stay tuned for my Intro to Altered Books, sharing books that I used as resources back many years ago that are actually still available. And in the description box below, I will put the info about this book. And it does have some good basic info. I mean, the projects are those kind of projects that remind me of the 70s, truthfully. But it does have some useful info about transferring and stamping and that kind of thing, crackling, stenciling, etc. Some good basics. So in its day, it helped me out a lot. So could be something you might be interested in. But again, unless you want to make, some of the projects are just not anything you're probably going to want to make. But hey, so there you have it. In the description box below, I'll put a link to Amazon for the book because it is still available. And have fun and get out there and create something. Make some art. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a happy new year. Bye-bye.